Me and Sosa in the whip, got two bitches in the back. Red and blue lights flashing, but we not looking back. These Tesla feel like a spaceship, this bitch going way too.
What's up? It's Sweet. So I watched Shigurui, Death Frenzy, and I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck did I just watch? And why do I want to watch more? So the first episode starts off wild. Some dude's throwing up blood, telling his lord to stop letting samurais fight with real blades. Then he fists his own guts. Bro, I don't even know what's going on. And then he dies, and his lord, sitting there smiling like a freak. You think after one of your men pulls out their own intestines begging you to stop, you'd go, you know what? Maybe I should listen. Nope. This man basically said the games must continue. Anyway, we cut over to this guy named Fujiki. Before his match, his girl or sister, I didn't really know at the time, has a vision of him getting sliced in half. She lies and says, yeah, you totally won that shit, big bro. But anyways, we go over to the arena. I'm thinking nothing of it. He's walking onto the stage. I'm like, oh, this is our main character. He's looking fucking cool. Everybody's talking about him like, yeah, you see him? Yeah, that's the fucking GOAT. That's the nigga. Then we take a look at our guy and he has one fucking arm. And at this point of the story, I'm like, you know what? Maybe he's the fucking GOAT. Maybe he could beat niggas with one arm. Cause maybe that's the direction we're going with the story, right? And we see his opponent. He walks from his corner and the nigga is blind and fucking crippled. At this point, I'm thinking, what kind of fucking tournament is this? Are we just making disabled people fight to the death? Absolute cinema. Then the blind dude stabs his sword into the ground, grips it with his nasty ass toes, and we get this long standoff, like 10 minutes of just cutaways and tension. It goes on so long, we end up in a whole flashback. So we see Fujiki training, choking the life out of his sparring partner until his instructor stops him. Then we see a challenger come to the dojo. Who's the challenger? You guessed it. The blind dude, I think. And he comes to the dojo and he basically says, I want to fight your master, nigga. And then we cut over to the master and he's clapping ass. And then we cut back and the instructor's basically like, yeah, you got to fight like 3 of us before you can fight our master. But his first fight is with Fujiki and he beats Fujiki by breaking his fingers. Fujiki's trying to shake that shit off and he's like, yo, I want to keep fighting. And the instructor stops him and says, nah, I got it from here. And that's his second opponent. And then the first episode ends. This one starts slower. We see a girl singing, a dude training in the forest. Basically, vibes. Fujiki's washing clothes, struggling because his fingers are still broken. My goat's confidence is fucking shattered. His classmates talk about what happened and how to deal with the same challenger from before. Then, flashback. We finally see how the fight ended. The big instructor won. The long-haired challenger says, I want to become a pupil here. I found true swordsmanship. The instructor says, fuck nah, nigga, we don't do that shit here. But then the instructor tries to kill him. The dude jumps on top of the ceiling and then they basically catch him and then lock him up. And at this point, I'm realizing, okay, he's one of those characters that acts like he's scared, but he's really plotting behind the scenes. I got my eyes on you. But then we go into a flashback that's within this flashback that's also within another flashback. I'm not gonna lie, all these flashbacks got my brain buffering. I'm hearing, I'm seeing, but me brain not understanding. But basically in this sub flashback, it's a flashback of the master when he was a young jit. I'm pretty sure it's more important the more episodes you go down, but for now, it's not really that important. But anyways, our long-haired dude, he gets told, all right, our master wants to talk to you. And it's basically to perform this weird ritual. They're putting blood on their foreheads. They put a bean on the dude's forehead. And then the old dude pees himself. I wish I was making this up. Even the guy that's being initiated looks like, what did I just join? And that's how this episode ends. We start with long-haired dude walking across a bridge, linking pinkies with some girl, and then clapping her cheeks. Don't ask me how that worked. I'm not trying it though. That looks like a case waiting to happen. Then we cut away to him fighting in the dojo, and then he wins while everybody's watching, the instructor, the master, everybody. And everybody just starts glazing him like, yeah, this guy, he mastered the secret technique in a year and a half or a half a year. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I think it's a half a year. Anyways, then we find out his real motive. He wants to marry the master's daughter to inherit the Kogan style and bleed it dry. Whatever that means. Okay, I don't really know how to explain this, so I'm just gonna explain it the way I wanna explain it. The master tries to clap his own daughter's cheeks. Yes, I know. Go watch it, can show the nudity. But then, he's not really trying to clap her cheeks. He was just like feeling her up, like seeing, oh yeah, let me see if she's ready. And then he walks out the door. The entire time, keep in mind, this old man has his eyes rolled back. You think he's just a regular old nigga. Then he comes out of the door, his eyes is normal, and he's like, yes, Mia, the successor is almost ready. And I'm like, what? Listen, I'm hearing, I'm seeing, but me brain, no understanding. So the master can't figure out who should take on the secret technique. So basically he sends Fujiki and the long-haired dude on this quest to behead these two twin swordsmen. They go over there. Fujiki uses the secret style from the dojo. He basically cuts above the dude's eyelid, which distracts one twin. The twin gets distracted. Long-haired dude cuts off his head. They win. That's pretty much the episode. I guess the old dude claps cheeks at the end, if you wanted to know that. Honestly, I'm still confused. But at least the confusion was entertaining. Cool samurai, good fights, complete nonsense plot. I'll give it a solid, I don't know what's happening, but I like it, out of 10. It's been sui. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Check the description for all my socials. And I will see you in the next video, my Suyans.
Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, you stupid bitch. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, you stupid bitch. Not the type to beg on my knees, but I'm asking you please. Can you like, comment, share, subscribe, you stupid bitch.